Hello my friend and welcome to today's video. I am going to be teaching you a strategy that you can use to declutter absolutely anything, and it is by changing one word. It is the most simple way that you can shift your thinking, and that's what I have found decluttering really is. It's a mindset shift. A lot or most, maybe all of the decluttering progress comes from first changing the way you view your stuff, the way you view yourself. So today I want to make it really as simple as possible and just give you one word that you can shift in your mind, flip in your mind to help you declutter absolutely anything. Thank you for being here. Let's hop right in. All right, let's say you are decluttering your closet and you come across a blouse and you hold it up and you say, oh my gosh, I totally forgot about this. And you know what? I remember paying quite a bit of money for this. This would look super cute on a date night. And I can actually think of a couple pieces of jewelry that would look really nice with this. Okay, so that's maybe how you start. Let's say you have said this about several items of clothing and you keep going through and you're realizing I'm not getting rid of anything and I really do want to make some progress in here. So if you noticed, I said and I paid a lot of money for it, and I could wear it with this jewelry, and I could wear it for a night out. This is what I want you to say instead. So you'd pick up the shirt and you'd say, oh my gosh, this is so cute. But you know what? I have not worn this in like 8 months and it actually doesn't fit me very well. Like, it's cute, but I always readjust it when I'm wearing it. I'm constantly pulling it down. And so, yeah, it's really cute and I could think of jewelry to wear it with, but I haven't worn it and it's actually not that comfortable, so I'm gonna let it go. So the one word shift right there was from and to but. You can talk yourself into keeping anything. The goal here is to talk yourself out of keeping things. So this is probably especially useful if you're feeling really stuck. Like, I don't know how to get past this point. Like, I want to declutter more, but I'm feeling really paralyzed because when I look around, I just see stuff that's either sentimental, stuff I paid a lot of money for, stuff that was a gift, stuff that is perfectly good, and you can easily talk yourself into keeping these things. But if you're wanting to make a lot of progress and you know you want to go further to achieve more freedom, the freedom that comes from truly simplifying your home, then you've got to start talking yourself out of keeping some of these perfectly good things. All right, how gorgeous is this book? This was a Christmas gift from my husband. Little Women, in the most beautiful like shelf display cover ever, right? So I could hold this up. It's really bulky. I could hold this up and say, this is so pretty. I love thinking about my husband whenever I see this on the shelf. The cover is so stunning and Little Women is a classic. I've got to keep this, and you put it back on the shelf. Okay, instead of doing that, and certainly, guys, certainly, you are not getting rid of everything. This, I've got to throw this disclaimer out there. You are going to keep your most used and most loved things. You're not getting rid of everything. You are keeping the things that truly hold so much value to you, and you're not going to get rid of that stuff. Like, don't worry that you're going to get rid of your grandmother's china that you use every Sunday at dinner. Like, no, you are not going to do that. Your intuition, your instinct will stop you from doing that. So don't worry. This is just the hard stuff. This is the gray area. Dawn from the Minimal Mom talks about this. It's like you've got the easy stuff, the broken stuff, you never use it, it's completely worn out, it's trash, and then you've got your obvious favorites. This is more like the stuff in the middle. The stuff that's not so obvious, but that if you are able to declutter it from your life, you will achieve that freedom. Okay, disclaimer, done. So you pick up this book and you think, and it's pretty, and it's a classic, and it was a gift. Oh my gosh, back on the shelf it goes. I'm going to keep it. Okay, here's how I'm going to talk myself out of keeping this book. I can go through all the ands in the world as long as I end with but, and that will help me make my final decision. So and, but it's really bulky, but I've had it for 2 years and I've never actually picked it up. But I don't display books. It is beautiful, but I don't display books, so it just gets shoved on the back shelf in my closet. So I absolutely appreciate the sentiment. It's lovely, but I can actually let this go. This is a darling child's toy. It is this little ice cream shop. It's wooden. It has a string. It's like all my dreams coming true. So I would say this is like a beautiful toy. I absolutely love that it's wooden. I love that it's creative. You've got these magnetic pieces, but I have not noticed my daughter play with this, and it is super cute, but all of these pieces make a huge mess on the floor, and I don't want to clean that up anymore. Like, it's cute, but I can let it go. Fuzzy Christmas blanket. This one is one that I was super excited to buy because it had this like uber snuggly back, and I still love stuff like this. So here I go, talking myself into it. And I love bringing it out at Christmas, right? And it's got this fuzzy back, and it was actually kind of pricey. It was like 30 bucks, and I love Christmas, so I'm gonna keep it, all right? So that's how you talk yourself into it. Let's see if we can talk ourselves out of this blanket. So you'd start with all of that. Oh, I love this. I remember paying lots of money for it. I love Christmas, and it's snuggly, but it's super pilled up. It is not looking very good, and it's really snuggly, but I actually have exceeded the limit in my basket where I keep blankets. Like, it's overfilling and overspilling, and that's what clutter is, an overfill. So I know that there's clutter happening in my blanket bin, and I don't have room for all of them. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this go. Let's do a couple more really fast, because ultimately and hopefully you will get better and better at doing this, and it will become quicker. So you pick up this necklace. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I love how sparkly this is, and it's perfect for a holiday party. But I don't go to holiday parties anymore. I'm gonna let it go. Joanna Gaines cookbook, absolutely stunning. Beautiful photography, delicious looking recipes, but I don't have time for these kinds of recipes. I make food that is a lot more quick to throw together, and I just don't see myself picking this up. So my but is I don't have time. So as a quick kind of recap, I think it's really easy to talk ourselves into keeping items by saying, and it was a gift, and it was expensive, and I hope to be able to use it someday. So those are some of the common ands, or and is just really cute. That's held me up so many times. Okay, but here's what you're gonna say, but I don't have time. I don't have time to use this, and I don't have time to clean this up anymore. So, but I don't have the time for it, but I don't fit into it, but it doesn't represent my style, but it exceeds the limits of the space. It overfills the container. So try, it's okay if you start out with and. I think that's pretty natural when decluttering, and, but then as long as you can shift to the but, and then try and talk yourself out of it. And then if it's your favorite thing, again, you're not gonna get rid of it. You will not let yourself. You're not gonna get rid of something you use all the time that's your favorite. You're just not gonna do it. Those were the essentials that you knew already from day one that you were keeping. This is just all that gray stuff that's been kind of holding you up a little bit in your decluttering process. Okay, if all else fails, ask yourself, if I were moving, would I pay to have this boxed up, pay for a larger U-Haul so that I could fit this item, and ultimately pay to have it moved? Would you do that? Would you take that energy, that time, and that money to actually care that much and move the item? Would you move it? I feel like we're so ruthless when it comes to moving. A lot of people do huge purges and declutters when they're moving, and I think that is amazing. But how awesome if you could actually have pared down to the point where you know that you are moving everything in your home, and it's that simple and that straightforward. Even if you never end up moving, you can still ask yourself, would I be willing to move this? Is this something I would pay to move or pay to store? And I think that's really helpful as well. All right, what do you think? Do you think this is useful? Do you think this is something that will benefit you? Can you switch from and to but? Tell me what you're excited to talk yourself out of keeping this week. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll catch you soon. Bye.